advised those communities that their 3 days had elapsed to still visit other centers for attention. Eze Amechi, however, thanked the federal government for the implementation of the 3% oil production cost in the Petroleum Industry Act, but said that federal government should revisit the percentage by increasing it from 3 to at least 10, as it will go a long way to addressing some challenges the host communities face daily.
The impression is very good. The turnout is quite impressive, and we know there will be more people tomorrow because of the awareness, and are happy with the outreach. At least from the feedback from the medical doctors, they are seeing a lot of patients cut across the general ailments. A lot of surgeries have been done. The federal government should increase the money for the PIA from 3% to at least 10%. So that the communities can benefit more. At Iguruta, the Center for Medical Operations, General Surgeon Consultant Dr. Oba Azubike revealed that more than 30 persons had been operated upon since the medical outreach, stating that there is no challenge, rather heralded with success and cooperation, just as the leader medical team, Dr. Onyebuchi Obia, also gave insights.
They've been coming, and those that have malaria and other common ailments have been treated, and then those that are for surgeries already been booked.
Done about heniographies for children. We've done some heniotomies and also lump excisions. Did a very huge bilateral inguinal hernia. We did one appendectomy for the subacute appendicitis for a 19-year-old female. It's been very peaceful, and there have not been any hitches at all.
We will continue to protect their facilities within the ambit of law.
Stakeholders and beneficiaries expressed joy.
They operated me high, yeah.
It not enter me today, this morning, call me, they operated me, fine, no problem.
And decided. So I came to this place yesterday. They didn't take money for the operation, they didn't take money for the drugs.
Going to meet doctors, they were giving me prices, 200, 300, and I don't have such money. People that brought this, I want to say a very big thank you.
I came to Government Hospital Center at Eneka for free medical checkup. Me and my child, everything here is free.
My own case is hernia. I can stand now. Have you seen it? I've not given anybody 1 naira.
Medical team had visited the paramount ruler of Rome Crossy, His Royal Highness Eze Simeon Wokoma, at his palace. God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
A total of 2,887 first-degree students of Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, Brumo Lumini, Port Harcourt, have graduated in character and learning. At the 43rd convocation ceremony, acting Vice-Chancellor of the institution, Professor Okechukwu Onochukwu, charged them to be good ambassadors of the university. God's Power Anel again reported that Effiong Kopias emerged the best graduating student of the institution and was rewarded the sum of 1 million naira. His report.
Presenting the students as graduates of the institution, Professor Onochukwu charged them to be more committed to better their lots, the society, and their alma mater, and should use their individual and collective contacts to project the institution at all times. The University Don advised the graduates to join the alumni of their institution anywhere they find themselves, and should always make the institution proud, rather than associating with people that mean nothing to them, and become good ambassadors of the school. Professor Onochukwu announced that the first-class graduates are only 4. Second-class upper division is 403. Second-class lower division is 2,030, and third class is 450.
We have a total of 2,887, graduating, and we had 4 of them are at first-class category, 403 at 2-1 category, and the majority of them are in the 2-2 category. We had 2,030, and then third class, just a handful. As they go out to the larger society to merit for their effort, they should always remember their alma mater, and they should also use their extended contact to seek the good of this university at all times. And then they should also try to help the society without soiling their hands and bring the name of the university into disrepute.
Professor Onuchukwu also highlighted some achievements recorded since he assumed office as acting Vice Chancellor of the institution, to include 2 installments payments of school fees for students, installation of solar lights in the 3 campuses, cordial relationship with host communities, among others.
Of the departmental laboratories of chemistry, biology, integrated science, and special education. Building of university main gate. Dualization of the main entrance to the university. Rstv Institute of Peace and Conflict Studies. The building is ongoing and was donated by the present Vice Chancellor, that is me. The project is being financed, from the fund and the proceeds from a book titled Perspective on Nigeria's Development, Essays of Professor Onuchukwu, launched during my 60th birthday.
The institution's auditorium was saturated with happiness and glorious praises to God for the successful feat achieved after an intensive 4-year studies. Best graduating student Effiong Pius and others expressed joy.
It wasn't by my effort I got the 1 million. So obviously, I will first give my tithe. Then secondly, try to further my education to the master's level, save up and see I can continue my program, because this is just the beginning and not the end of my academic pursuit.
My parents should be expecting me, to come out and explore more. Having been trained as a management student.
But it's not an easy journey. Starting from year 1 till now, though some left on the way.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Muhammad Idris, the National Security Advisor, NSA, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, and the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, and General Christopher Musa are set to lead discussions at the maiden edition of the National Citizens Engagement Forum on Security, being hosted by the Voice of Nigeria, VON. The forum, billed as a high-level national event, is an initiative of the VON aimed at fostering inclusive dialogue between security agencies and the Nigerian public, and is also in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which prioritizes citizens' engagement and participatory governance. According to a statement by the Director General CEO of VON, Madam Jibrin Baba Ndase, Nigeria Minister of Information and National Orientation will serve as the host and deliver the opening address at the forum. The event is expected to bring together key stakeholders from across the country, including security chiefs, civil society organizations, academia, youth groups, media professionals, as well as traditional and religious leaders. The federal government has unveiled a groundbreaking group purchasing platform named Medipol, aimed at slashing the cost of essential medicines and the healthcare products to further energize local pharmaceutical manufacturing across the country. The initiative, according to the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, is expected to cap drugs prices and boost local pharma manufacturing. The initiative is structured as a public-private partnership and leverages the federal government's considerable purchasing power to negotiate favorable prices directly from local manufacturers. According to the minister, the approach allows the government to act as the monopoly buyer that will buy at a scale to help reduce drug prices, especially for the poor and vulnerable population. Pate, who disclosed this in a broadcast on Sunday, described the new scheme as a historic intervention designed to address the rising cost of medicines and consumables that have burdened millions of Nigerian households. According to him, the Medipol platform will initially serve Nigerians through the Basic Healthcare Provisions Fund, BHCPF, which already supports over 37 million citizens accessing services in primary health care service across the country. They said that the move aligns with the border reforms under the presidential initiative to unlock the healthcare value chain PVAC, which seeks to increase Nigeria's local production of pharmaceutical production to 70% of domestic consumption, while also boosting employment in the sector to at least 50,000 full-time jobs from the current estimate of 20,000. Do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task you and I must accomplish. Remember, you can watch Rstv News live on Facebook and YouTube at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And still on the news, 31 die, 150 sustain injuries as Israel fires aid distribution centers in Gaza. And in sports, Kogi Swan demands mortalization of Kanu athletes lost to fatal crash after Gateway Games. Stay tuned for these and many others as the news continues.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happens with good laws,
proper funding,
training,
and cooperation.
If it happens.
If it happens.
If it happens.
Discover today the World International Secondary School, Port Harcourt. It has a team of highly qualified teachers and sufficiently well-equipped Discover today the World International Secondary School, Port Harcourt. It has a team of highly qualified teachers and sufficiently well-equipped modern science laboratories with respect to biology, chemistry, physics and other sciences. The world trains your child to be self-reliant in a competitive world with the introduction of a modern home economics laboratory, a bakery and a well-equipped introductory technology workshop. The academic environment at the World International Secondary School is simply wonderful, with the availability of such facilities as a standby electricity generator, a well-treated water borehole, a sick bay, a fully stocked library and games facilities. Your child obtains a fully rounded education at the World International Secondary School. The students are abreast of modern trends in information technology. Security is guaranteed and you are assured of the safety of your child. Bring your child to the World International Secondary School today and you will be sure you are leaving him in the hands of God-fearing people. Admission is strictly on merit. For further details, contact the admissions officer, the World International Secondary School, Kilometer 16, Port Harcourt-Aba Expressway, near LMA Junction, Port Harcourt.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22, Port Harcourt.
Welcome back as you're watching the Rstv World News. And now, moving ahead, the West African Examinations Council has started investigating the leakage of examination questions in the ongoing 2025 West African Senior School Certificate examinations. Reports gathered revealed that some officials of the exam body might be connected to the leakage, particularly the circulation of the English language paper to the public 4 days before the examination. Reports say that the police had also opened a probe into the matter. The 2025 WASC English language paper was leaked in some parts of the country, forcing WAEC to reprint a new set of questions. The situation forced many candidates to sit examination late into the night without electricity in states like Lagos, Ogun, Taraba and Osun. The exam body, however, apologized for the delay in the conduct of the exam, blaming it on question paper leakage and malpractice. On the foreign scene now, the Hamas-run health ministry and medics, 31 people have been killed and more than 150 injured in Israeli gunfire near an aid distribution center in Gaza. Reports said one incident occurred in the early hours of Sunday as people were queuing for aid in Rafah in the south of Gaza. Another incident was said to have happened near a separate aid center in central Gaza with reports of 14 injured. The group that is providing the aid, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF, has denied the claims and said they had been spread by Hamas. The Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, said findings from an initial inquiry said its forces had not fired at Gazans while they were near or within aid points. Now, Ukraine claims to have left more than 40 Russian bomber planes burning in a large-scale drone attack. Drones that attacked a military base in Rstv, Siberia, were launched from trucks. Operation Spider Web took 1 year and a half to organize and has been overseen by Ukrainian President Zelensky, according to his country's security service. Ukrainian authorities report 472 drones and 7 ballistic and cruise missiles were involved in a Russian attack last night in what appears to be one of its largest so far. Now, sports. The Super Eagles of Nigeria defeated Jamaica 5-4 in penalties on Saturday to claim the Unity Cup after both teams played out a thrilling 2-2 draw at the Brentford Community Stadium in London. Moses Simon and Samuel Chukwueze scored in each half for Nigeria, but Jamaica's resilient Reggae Boys fought back to force the contest into a penalty shootout, where the Super Eagles held their nerve to secure the victory. The triumph marks Nigeria's second Unity Cup title, having previously won the tournament's inaugural edition in 2004, and caps off a successful campaign for coach Eric Chelle, who secured his third win in 4 matches since taking charge of the 3-time African champions. The 2025 Unity Cup, held from 27th to 31st of May at Brentford Community Stadium, served as a vibrant celebration of cultural heritage and football, bringing together 4 teams: Nigeria, Ghana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago, in a tournament organized to foster unity and pride among the African and Caribbean diasporas in London. This year's edition was particularly poignant, making the return of the tournament after its last occurrence in 2004, underscoring its importance in promoting cultural understanding and community cohesion amongst different races in the United Kingdom. Now, still on sports, Kogi State chapter of the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, SWAN, has called on the Kano State government to immortalize the 21 Kano State athletes and officials who tragically lost their lives in a road accident while returning from the recently concluded National Sports Festival held in Ogun State. In a statement signed and released on Sunday by the acting Kogi SWAN Secretary Olatunde Odimayo, the incident was described as tragic and painful. While consoling the families of the bereaved for their irreplaceable loss, the sports body also extended its condolences to the Kano State government and SWAN in the state during this difficult period. 21 members of the Kano State contingent at the recently concluded 22nd edition of the National Sports Festival, tagged at the Gateway Games, were involved in a road accident while returning home from the competition. Now, do you love and care about Rebel State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task you and I must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News live on Facebook and YouTube at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And after any news, let's take a look at some of our major stories. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, the National Security Advisor, NSA, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, and the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, General Christopher Musa, are set to lead discussions at the maiden edition of the National Citizens Engagement Forum Security, being hosted by the Voice of Nigeria, VON. The federal government has floated Medipol to cut down on the cost of healthcare essentials and seek to increase Nigeria's local production of pharmaceutical products to 70% of domestic consumption, while also boosting employment in the sector to at least 50,000 full-time jobs from the current estimate of 20,000. We had also reported that the West African Examinations Council has started investigating the leakage of examination papers in the ongoing 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examinations, as the examination body has sent an apology to the affected candidates for the delay in the conduct of the exam, blaming it on question paper leakage and malpractice. And that's it from the news desk to your room. So my name is Emily Tari Mberu. Thank you so much for keeping me company. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night from my end.
Sabi make una plan well.
Learn correct information about different kind of family planning method. Then dey safe and dey work wella. You and your partner fit plan when una like to born pikin.
Tanda well, make you yarn with your partner. Make them sabi say you support modern family planning.
Oya waka go kolobi the better one wey go fit your body today. Cause say we get one wey correct for you and your partner.
Sabi the correct thing wey family planning dey do. Follow talk family planning with your partner. Waka go do family planning. Get it together. Get it together. Join hand plan your family for tomorrow way better.
Now the Rivers State Ministry of Health bring una this message.